Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do another Halloween set. We've got some really nice colours today. I opted for a nice bright coloured Halloween set. I really like the colours I picked out today. It was mainly inspired by the glitter that is chilling in the background. So the glitter has green, green, black and purple in there. So those were the colours I went for. And then I also picked up a nude from Cloud Beauty just to kind of bring some brightness into the set, a bit more nude and realistic colours. So we are going in with our base colours. We've got 3 nails that are going to be fully nude, and then we've got 2 nails that are going to be a 3-way ombre with the green, the purple and the black. And oh boy, was that hard to do. The colours are very drastically different from one another, and having to do an ombre with a black is a big old challenge. So if you are going to try and recreate this ombre nail, then it is going to take you quite some time and a lot of back and forth and a lot of wanting to give up, but don't give up. The ombre didn't really come out as beautiful as I wanted it. It's not as seamless as I wanted it to be, but if you do the ombre with a sponge, it will be much better. That's how I originally wanted to do the design for the video, but I couldn't find my sponges, so unfortunately I had to do it the brush way. But if you have a sponge and you have some clear acrylic, do the clear acrylic and sponge method and it will literally work like a charm, because that's how I did it on initially before I actually ended up filming. So I always do my prototypes off camera, and then when I come to filming I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not making up any designs on the spot. So when I did off camera, I did go ahead and do a sponge. So you've got 2 of those nails. To cure it, do 2 layers or as many as you need to get the nice ombre. And I also did 2 layers of the base background colours as well on the other nails. So now it's time to do some of the French tip work. So for the first nude nail, we've got a green French tip, and look how beautiful that green is. It's so vibrant, almost neon-like, almost feels as if it's supposed to glow in the dark. So I'm just doing the smile line with my nail art brush, and then the rest of it I'm trying to colour in with the brush from the bottle and then pop into the lamp. I will go ahead and do a second layer off camera for that one as well. And for the second nude nail, I'm doing another French tip, but this time using the purple. And same thing, the smile line with the nail art brush, and then colour it in with the brush from the bottle. The purple that I'm using today is the closest purple that I wanted to the design. I really wanted or preferred to use Madam Glam gel polishes just because I just love their formula. I think they're absolutely amazing. The quality is amazing, and Semilac unfortunately doesn't really cut it for me. It's quite liquidy. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't hate them. I've got quite a lot of their colours actually. It's just when it comes to using gels every day, I just found myself to have a favourite, and it is Madam Glam. And yeah, I just love them. So unfortunately I didn't have a colour that was as close as what I wanted in the purple range, so a Semilac it had to be today. So for this nail I applied some base coat, and it's going to work as kind of our sticky layer, as our glue for the glitter that I'm applying. And it's the most stunning glitter. It's literally so Halloweeny. And this glitter, for once actually, I ended up getting on AliExpress. If you're a regular on my channel, you know I literally pick up glitters from Larissy. About 98% of my glitters are from Larissy. But today I've got a bit of a change. I went shopping on Ali. I think I actually might have already done a video a long time ago about these glitters. And finally, it's the time of the year where I can use them. So I've got this stunning mix. I've got a couple of those mixes. I think I've got like an orange version and other colours, but this one was just, it was screaming my name. I just love the combination of the colours together. So you don't really get too much of fine glitter in there. As you can see, it's almost like a large hex and a small hex and a medium, and that's it. You don't have any fine, which is okay, but for what I was trying to achieve there was more of like a faded effect of the glitter kind of falling down the nail. So I wanted the smallest and the finest glitter right at the bottom, and unfortunately because there was no fine, I couldn't fully achieve that look. But it's fine because in just a moment we're going to apply some glitter crystals on top of that nail too, so it's not as noticeable as well, so that's good. I'm just kind of fiddling around with the glitter, just trying to put it in place. And I think I applied a bit too much base coat because I felt like the glitter was moving about as I was applying other glitter, so I'm just moving it all around. Here's the stamping plate that we're using today. It's Halloween collection plate number 15 from Moyu London. I love this one, and I was literally struggling to create a design with this plate because it just has just one old image, and I just couldn't imagine how I would combine all of these images together to make a set. But today is the day we finally did it, and I love this plate because I just love the actual images that's on there. So this plate would be quite cool if you wanted to just do like a one-off. You just kind of pick up one image, stamp on the nail and move on, and that's it. But yeah, I just love it. I love how they've kind of incorporated Halloween-y stuff into flowers and spiders and, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. So for one of our ombre nails, I've stamped this kind of spider web at top left-hand side, and it's got this little Halloween-y flower with a skull in the center. So I've placed that down, and then I have this spider, which I thought was really, really cool. So I wanted to reverse stamp this one, and I'm going to colouring the little bum part of it with some white stamping polish. So my stamping polishes today are from Born Pretty, and I'm going to colour it in. So when you colour it in, just let it kind of sit for a couple of seconds if you're using gel polish, just to make sure that you didn't place too much stamping polish when you're colouring in, because sometimes I find that I might place too much and then it's all gloopy, and when I stamp it all kind of smudges. So I let it sit for a second. During that time I like to clean my plate, and then in just a second we're going to stamp it just underneath the spider web, just to kind of make it look like it's climbing up. There we go, just like that. And now it's time to work on our other two nails. We've only got two other images that we're going to stamp, and I really, really like the flowers with the skulls at the top. I thought that was really cool looking. So I'm going to do the same thing when it comes to reverse stamping. I'm going to colour in the heads and also the leaves of the image, and then we're going to stamp it on our French tip nails. So here, as you can see, I already placed way too much stamping polish, like way too much. There we go, that's done. So we're going to stamp it right at the bottom of the nail, and it's going to look like it's kind of grown from the nail upwards. There you go. And then we're going to place another one similar to that one. So I'm going to go in with another flower light, but this one doesn't have any skulls or anything, but it has like a little moon, I guess, half moon in there. So Halloween-y enough, I guess. So I'm going to pick it up. Same thing, I'm going to colour it in with some white. This one's quite nice because as long as you've got white and black stamping polish, that's literally all you need. Sometimes I find when I do images like stamping nails where I use like a lot of different colours, I know that those are quite harder to recreate or maybe even get inspired by if you don't have those kind of colours. But this one is quite nice, just black and white, nothing more, nothing less. And then you've got it. And also, if you don't have the stamping plate, as long as you have some sort of Halloween-y plate, you can definitely just recreate it and just place a different kind of image down. It doesn't have to be a flower. It can be anything else that you've got. So you can really kind of customize it to what you've got. So I'm just going to finish colouring it in. Here we go. And we're going to stamp it the same way like we stamped the other flower on the green nail. There we go. So the stamping portion of the video is all complete now, so it's time to top coat these bad boys. So we're going to matte top coat these, of course. So I'm using my Nail Nails matte top coat today, and I'm going to top coat all of those, including that glitter nail. And it's going to look so, so cool in a moment when it comes out of the lamp. I feel like literally I've been on such a phase trying to top coat glitters recently. I think it just looks so, so cool. So you're going to see in just a second. And then we're going to apply a couple of crystals. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of crystals, you know, just some ABs. And then we're basically done with the set. So we'll get cracking with that in any second now. There we go. So here is the nail mat. I love this one so much. Looks so cool. So I decided to place some crystals in the center of the nail. And I've got this long kind of rectangle looking crystals. So I placed that one in the center, and then I'm going to place a couple of crystals on either side of it, different sizes. And then I'm going to finish off the design on this nail with some caviar beads. I'm not quite sure if I included it in the video, I can't remember now, but it might be. So I just place caviar beads in between all of those crystals, and then I pop it into the lamp once I'm happy, and then that nail is all done and dusted. These kind of nail designs I quite like doing because it kind of, I feel like it reminds people, or not reminds, maybe inspires people more to do press-on nails than, you know, when I use my long stiletto nails, they might be kind of hard to envision doing a press-on nail set with that kind of design. But when I'm using smaller nails, I feel like it's a bit more realistic maybe, and more achievable. So hopefully I can inspire you guys to do these press-on nails, for example. So for these French tip nails, I'm going to place a large crystal on the corner. And I'm going to place 2 slightly smaller crystals on either side of that crystal, and then finish it off with caviar beads, and that's done as well. So those are the only nails we're going to do crystals on. For the French tip nails, we are going to do the green and the purple French tip, and we're going to do the crystal placement on the opposite side. So if this purple nail got the crystals on the right hand side, we're going to do the crystals on the left hand side on the green nail. There we go. Sometimes looking back on the design now, sometimes I wish I maybe used slightly smaller crystals because the nails are smaller. So maybe downsized on the crystals. They're kind of big, but never mind. So we're just going to finish up with the caviar beads now. I only show you guys a little bit of it, and that'll be the set done. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that. Preferably if you are going to do as a press on nail or for wearing, make sure you top coat after doing the crystals, not before. And then you're done. Here are the final results. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.